as part of Operations Management tutorial. In this video we will try to understand the basic concepts of forecasting. We will also try to understand some of the common forecasting techniques under the time series category. Forecasting is a prediction of what will occur in the future. A forecast of product demand is the basis for most planning decisions. It is not possible to predict future consistently, but it is important for managers to forecast demand with as much accuracy as possible. Companies sometimes use qualitative methods, based on judgment, opinion, past experience, to make forecasts. Or, can use quantitative methods, based on mathematical modeling of situations for making forecasts. Components of forecasting demand. Type of forecasting method depends on several factors, like Number 1, time frame of the forecast, that is, how far in the future is being forecasted. It be for day-to-day basis, monthly basis, yearly basis, or maybe for 3 to 5 years. Number 2, the behavior of the demand. Number 3, possible existence of patterns, like trends, seasons, and so on. Number 4, the causes of demand behavior. Demand may sometimes behave randomly or in irregular way, at other time it exhibits predictable behavior, with trends or repetitive patterns. 3 types of demand behavior are trends, cycle or seasonal patterns. Apart from these, there will be random variations which are difficult to predict. In this tutorial, we will not go towards dissecting the effect of these factors on the forecast. Forecasting methods. Number 1, time series. Statistical technique that uses historical demand data to predict the future demand. Number 2, regression methods. The attempt to develop a mathematical relationship between demand and factors that causes its behavior. Number 3, qualitative methods. Basically using management judgment, expertise, and opinions to predict future demand. In this tutorial video, we will only consider time series for analysis. Time series methods assumes that what occurred in the past will continue to occur in the future also. That is, uses historical data to predict future data. These methods relate the forecast to only one factor, that is, time. These method assumes that identifiable historical patterns or trends will repeat themselves over time. Most common techniques under the time series methods are moving average, exponential smoothing, linear trend line. The first technique under the moving average method is the simple moving average. It uses several demand values during the recent past to develop a forecast. This tends to dampen, or smooth out, the random increase. It is useful for forecasting demand that is stable and does not display any pronounced demand behavior such as trend or seasonal pattern. Moving averages are computed for specific periods, such as 3 months or 5 months. Depending on smoothness desired. The formula for computing simple average is shown here. It is, summation of demand from I.th period to n.th period and divided by the number of periods considered. In the 3-point moving average, past 3 months data are considered for computing the moving average. In the 5-point moving average, past 5 months data are considered for computing the moving average. The choice of 3-point or 5-point moving average depends on how many previous data the forecaster wants to consider for the forecast. Here is an example to show the computation of simple moving average, 3-point moving average and the 5-point moving average. In the problem, the month and the related demand is provided. We must understand that the actual demand figures are obtained only at the end of the month and not on the beginning of the month. The forecast is made at the beginning of the month. For example, for February, the forecast cannot be made as there is no past data. However, we can make forecast for March, as we know the demand for the February month. Simple moving average forecast for March is thus, demand of February divided by the number of data considered. Since here only one month is considered, thus, N is equal to 1, thus, forecast for March in 50 divided by 1, which is 50. Similarly, forecast for April is, demand of March plus demand of February, divided by 2, as 2-month data are considered. It comes out to 45. This way we can calculate the simple moving average forecast for the month of September as shown in the table. In order to calculate 3-point moving average, we start only when we have 3-month past data. Thus, we can start from May, as we will have demand data for April, March, and February. In the table, it is shown that the value comes out to be 48.33. We divide the sum of demand by 3, as 3 months are considered. Similarly, for June, we consider the past, recent 3-month, that is, data of May, April and March. For July, it is June, May, and April. And so on, we can calculate the forecast up to September. In case of 5-point moving average, we can only start when we have past data of 5 period, in this case past 5 months. Thus, we can start from July, as by then we will have past data for 5 months, June, May, April, March, and February. As shown in the table, this value comes to 52.6. We divide the summation of demand by 5, as we considered 5-month data. Similarly, for August, the past data considered are of July, June, May, April, March, February. The whole calculation is shown in the table here.